Hello everybody, my name is Charlie, and you're watching Eckstoo. So today is a pretty big day for Awakening Rebellion. The 2.8.1 update has just been released on Steam Workshop as of today. So I've decided to bring on Mr.Pres as a guest to show me all the new changes that have come to ground combat in 2.8.1, as well as slightly discussing on what we can expect in 2.9, which will be taking all the changes that we see in the ground combat into space combat. But other than that, let's get right into the video. Alrighty, so I'm joined by Mr.Pres. Hello.
Hello, what's going on?
So we're on Chandrilla. I keep thinking I'm saying this wrong, but one thing I like a lot about, like, just before we get into it, I know I didn't mention it before, but one thing I like a lot is being able to, like, zoom really far out, like, on ground battles. Like, that's, I think, is really cool.
Well, the bigger camera kind of gives a bigger sense of scope and everything like that. Plus, there's a lot of units that you can deploy, so it makes them easier to see.
Was that hard to implement, by the way? Or was that just like
not at all. It's just a couple. It's just
tweaks.
A camera setting.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, what do you want me to drop in first? Was it the lats?
So I completely I didn't look at what they had here.
No worries.
We're definitely going to need some stormtroopers because, you know, we always want to have frontline infantry.
Okay, cool. We'll drop those in.
Yep. AT-AT for sure.
The AT-AT.
Let's drop in some TIE fighters as well to run air support.
TIE fighters. There we go.
And then the AT-ST-R, which is the new name for the improved AT-ST.
Gotcha. So dropping that one in.
That'll be a decent-ish force for now. Oh, also the Occupier tank, which is a second row leftmost one.
Yep. Did you want me to bring in Palpatine as well? Because I remember there was some changes for him too.
Yes, there are some changes. We can show those off.
Is
Palpy.
And that's everything for now. Yeah. Is that? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. Is that everything for now?
I would say for this first wave, because what we're really going to want to do is essentially just push up to the front landing zone, and then we can bring in the rest.
Okay, sounds good. Okie dokie. So, bringing these guys in. Let's move these ones out of the way.
So, Charlie, since, you know, you're kind of getting introduced to AOTR, and, you know, especially with our more complex ground system. Yeah. If you look at the infantry, so like the scout troopers that you have over there, kind of zoom in on them. There's little icons underneath the units that kind of explain what they do.
Yes.
Yeah, underneath the scout troopers, you'll see like what looks like crosshairs. Those are going to be for the sniper units. So those guys, very accurate, long range, very deadly. The one that looks kind of like a stick grenade, that's a flash grenade. So if infantry get close to the sniper team, that guy, if he's alive, will throw a flash grenade so it can stun them, and it can either allow the scouts to get away or re-engage with the unit that they just stunned.
Interesting. And then there was go on, sorry.
The speeder bikes that you have there.
Yes.
The icon that's under them, that's for the frag grenade. Because if you select them, we took their ability to just drop a thermal detonator in place, like it was in the base game, because it felt kind of useless, kind of pointless. It didn't do very much. So now what can happen is while they're driving, they don't even need to stop moving. They can just throw a frag grenade at an appropriate target.
And that's automatic too, right? Like,
yes, it is.
Yeah, which is quite significant.
So with the stormtroopers, the guy with the 3 bullets underneath him, that's their gunner team. So he has a repeating blaster, so we can lay down suppressing fire. Other stuff like that. Then you can see, I believe that it's a sergeant with the 1 chevron, and he has higher health and increases the field of vision just a little bit more. And then the rest can reduce normal rifle.
What about this one here? Is he the normal rifleman, or is he the same as?
Since he has the same icon under there, he has a rifle, but he's got a frag grenade. So you can actually see in the description; it'll tell you what he's armed with.
Oh, what? So they're all singular ones that you can actually hover over?
Yeah. We were able
to
split the team description from the company description from the individual infantryman description.
Interesting. And I also noticed like they're also holding different. Wait, are they holding different? Yeah, this guy's holding a different gun because he's a different type of unit there.
Right. He's got the repeating blaster, so he's got the repeating blaster model.
And I guess that goes the same with the Emperor as well, because he has some new supporting units surrounding him as well.
Yeah, so before the Emperor, he always had his Royal Guards, in 2.7, 2.8. What is changed, though, is he spawns 2 squads. Before they were mixed with melee and riflemen, between the 2 squads. Now we've actually separated. So he has 1 melee squad that's melee going up against Jedi, that kind of thing. That's what they do. The other squad is armed with repeating blasters, and they're there to engage and infantry. They got personal shields. They have ion grenades, which can disable vehicles. They have flash grenade or stun grenades. They have all sorts of things. Thermal detonators, frags. They pack a punch.
Definitely, and I can see they have some different weapons as well, like the melees here. And are these guys are melees? Oh, they've got shields as well. Blimey.
Yes, they're very tough.
Yeah, definitely. And then we've got our. Is there any? I'll let you pick.
So the AT-AT got a super heavy armor type, which is new. Basically, before we kind of felt that AT-ATs were a bit too weak. Like, they felt right, but not in the right way. So the super heavy armor type just gives us a bit more control over what the AT-AT is being good against, instead of sharing it with a heavy armor type where, one change you make to the AT-AT affects other vehicles as well. So now we have very few super heavy tanks in the game. So that gives us a lot more control over them, which is good. Plus, the AT-AT has a new weapon type. It's an under the hood change mostly, but that's the explosive particle cannon. So it's going to do more splash damage than before, so it kind of pushes the fact that this is an anti-infantry kind of blowholes in formation. And its anti-tank capabilities have improved slightly because this thing was initially useless against tanks. So basically, if you saw tanks, you needed an elite AT-AT. But now this one can somewhat deal with some tanks.
So with the super heavy armor that you mentioned, what would be the best way to approach a unit like this with super heavy armor?
So depending on what you have available, you can use ion grenades to stun it so that it can't fire. You can use rocket launchers, because rocket launchers are going to do increased damage to this armor type. Yeah. You can use basically that's really just it. Use rocket launchers to approach it. Oh, sorry, heavy laser cannons as well.
Oh, okay.
Decent. And you can attack it from the air because it has a harder time shooting back.
Yeah, definitely. And these guys,
it has plenty of weaknesses.
And for example, these guys have like a medium armor and such. So,
yes.
And you're thinking of bringing this tier system of armor to space units in your 2.9.
Yeah, so with 2.9, it kind of already exists, and you can tell from the unit descriptions, because people say that MCs melt under fire. That's because they have a weaker armor type than ISDs. But the big thing is you don't really feel much of a difference. So we're going to be doing a lot of rebalancing around that. And space combat development has been kind of going on in the background a little bit more since the last time we made a video together. So I can say a little bit more since we have a more solidified direction that we're going to be going.
Nice. Yeah, we'll definitely dive into that as we get through this video. So yeah, you're excited about these what are they exactly? Sorry, tanks. The Occupier tanks.
Occupier assault tanks. Those are the vehicles from Rogue One. Now I know that there's a couple variants in the lore, so we are using the tracked version of this tank. So in AOTR, what a tracked vehicle means is it's going to have pretty much instantaneous acceleration and deceleration, but it's going to have a lower overall top speed.
Yeah, gotcha.
So it's going to have, it's got its medium armor, it's got a pretty decent amount of weapons, but none of that is what makes this vehicle special. So go ahead, Charlie, move the move one of those tanks forward and click on its ability.
Okay, moving him over. And then... Oh,
So,
whoa!
Yeah, on the back of its truck bed, so to speak, you can build a whole bunch of different options. So sensor scrambler can jam incoming missiles, grenades, just any sort of projectile, it can repulse them. You can build a grenade launcher on there, good against infantry and light vehicles. You can build a repair station on there.
What? So you can build a repair station on this vehicle and it can be moved around?
So that's the one caveat to it, is that the vehicle cannot be moved once it has something built on it.
Right.
So it's going to be kind of like a mobile sentry point, so to speak.
Gotcha.
But the vehicle can still rotate. So, you know, if someone comes up to the side of the tank, it can still turn to engage.
Gotcha. But then you can sell it and then just move again, right? I'm assuming.
Right.
Gotcha. Oh, I like that. And one thing that I was kind of like surprised by is actually like TIE fighters and TIE Reapers being on ground units, which I thought was quite interesting. I've never seen that before.
So the TIE fighter and TIE striker are the two ground fighters that the Empire has access to. With the air combat, basically, it's something that we always wanted to have happen. But when it's implemented, it either becomes like stupid overpowered or barely useful, and you never want to build it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we think with this update, we've finally struck the balance of air units being good, having a dominating presence, but also easily counterable in a way that, you know, doesn't make them open. So TIE Fighter got a new ability. It's got burst fire. So essentially, it's going to slow the unit down, and it's going to allow it to fire a pretty good sized burst.
Gotcha.
Best used against either another aircraft in a dogfight scenario, or when strafing tanks.
And also, I think there was something up in the top right here that we want to go and explore, right? Do we still want to do that? Or?
Oh, yes. So we'll just kind of make our way over there with the speeder bike. You know, you can actually go across the water if you wanted to.
Yeah, I think... Did I pick one? Oh, no, I think... Is my scout trooper... I think he might be a bit stuck. No, there he is. I'm an idiot. Ignore me. Right, let's get in.
So it's in the top right, like the little island that's on the top left, I mean.
Yeah, I got him. He's off on his way.
So the blinking things that you see on the mini-map, that's not something that's going to be released. That's just some debug information for us.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So this time around, it's actually a mining facility. So we had done a little bit of off-screen messing around. So what we have is we have like a randomizer essentially that can randomize what spawns on certain locations on certain maps. So, you know, here we got a mining facility, or you could get a mercenary outfitter where you could actually purchase additional units in battle, or you could get a Republic factory, which could spawn a set of random Republic units, or you could get a droid factory that does the same thing but for the CIS, or a turbo laser tower.
What I'll do here is I'll actually overlay the gameplay we had before, where we had the droid manufacturing unit.
Yeah, we got droidicas or something like that.
I forget exactly, but I'll play the clip because you mentioned something pretty cool there as well. So I'll play that for this section here.
With these abandoned heavy factories, before, every time you captured one of these, you knew that you would always get 3 B1 squads and 2 B2 squads. So now what we've done is we've essentially randomized it a bit. So these units will just now spawn CIS stuff. So it's a little bit of a gamble of what you're going to get. This time around, you're going to get droidicas. Or there could be times where you get B1s or B2s, or maybe even an AAT tank.
So, and I'm assuming that's like one of the best case scenarios. They're spawning a lot, aren't they? Jesus. What does the abandoned mining facility do here? Doesn't... Does it look like it got destroyed? Oh, it gave me a credit boost and then it goes away.
Yes.
Gotcha. All right.
Turrets are a bit more expensive. And there's actually a new type of turret that we'll be able to explore once we conquer the center of the map.
Interesting.
So stuff like that. It's expensive. But I think it's time to begin the assault.
Cool. So I'll bring those in. put those on 2. I'll put this on 3. There was another guy here I didn't seem to. Oh, that's all right. Let me move these guys over.
Right, let's get it.
And then I'll bring this turret tank over here, that tank over there, and bring these guys up the back here. I'll also move our little scout troopers up, and they're already attacking the what is this, the human,
the local militia. So
yeah.
One thing that we changed, not this update, but with 2.8, was the you know how you, in base game there were the human civilians that kind of felt like they never really did anything. Now what we've done is we've made it so that they're more local militias. So depending on what the planet is, you could have, like, you know, rebel sympathizers, or you might want to pull those ties back to that AA up. You could have rebel sympathizers, you could have Imperial Army troopers, or you could just have local militia, like, you know, the Wookiees on Kashyyyk, or the Trandoshans, or the Umbarans, or, you know, stuff like that.
That turbo laser there as well, that was pretty... Should I just bombard that? That'd be easier?
Well,
or can...
That's actually a built turret that they have, because we have a medium build pad, which allows for more structure types.
Or medium build, like, so like these are small ones?
Yes, those are small ones, and it just builds your basic anti-air turret, your anti-vehicle turret, and your anti-infantry turret. And that one is a bunker turret. So
could the AT-80 handle that?
Easily.
Okay, right, let's get him in then. You can go and focus on that.
The AT-AT and the AT-ST-Rs can handle that pretty good.
Okay, cool. I'll get those in there as well. And we've captured that there, yeah. Sorry, go on.
Once we take over this pad, we can, you know, kind of show off. Like, look how much damage one shot from that turret did to the AT-ST.
Oh yeah, halved its health. Blimey.
But the AT-STs have anti-vehicle rockets on board, so they can, you know, take care of a structure like that, no problem. If it didn't have those rockets and it was the grenade launcher variant, however, it might have struggled a bit more.
Oh, you got a headhunter there as well, flying about.
Yeah. So let's send your ties to engage. You can shoot it down.
Yep.
Since you have you got more numbers than they do.
Cool. Let's have him focus down. That. I mean, they're really trying to have a go at it. Oh wow, yeah, the TIE fighters do a lot of damage to it.
Yes, they are not very accurate, however. So we lowered air unit accuracy. All right, so it looks like the main battle is beginning. They might be starting to push out at you a bit.
Yeah, let's push in against them. Have we captured this yet? I guess we haven't.
The main landing zone you have captured, yes.
Oh, we have captured it. Okay, cool.
So if I could have you pause real quick, just because I see one of the cool new things.
Yep.
And the rebel tanks that are right up there, kind of in the middle of the screen, if you can zoom in on them here. So we can show off new tank models.
Ooh.
So look at the T3H that they have here.
Is it?
That's
this
the one on the right. Yes.
Yeah.
So look at this nice new model. It has. It's got its rockets mounted on the turret, so when it's turning the turret, it's also turning its missile pod, which is the difference between the T3B, which has it mounted on the hull. This is a hover tank. So with hover tanks, they have slow acceleration, but they have the highest top speed. So it's the whole, like, it's fast but not quick, where track tanks are quick but not fast. You know,
gotcha.
Movement trade-offs. So its armor is decent. It has an anti-heavy shield, which basically means it's good against repelling one single shot, but it has a weakness to repeating blasters, or, you know, so if a whole bunch of infantry were to start shooting at it, it would drain the shield faster than if you were shooting at it with one dedicated anti-tank gun.
Interesting.
So, and you got the AT-AT given its long-range fire support.
Yeah, firing at the units here.
So you'll notice if the AT-AT is shooting at the infantry, it will hopefully wipe that squad or do a lot of damage to it. Just because it's firing an explosive shot.
Oh, right, yeah. It takes out loads of them in one go, don't they?
Yeah. So that's the difference between this AT-AT, which is the standard one, versus the elite one, which has anti-tank weaponry on board. So it has heavy laser cannons versus explosive particles. But, you know, it's still pretty good against taking out light resistance and turrets.
Hopefully that didn't just... No, it didn't destroy it. Almost did, though. So I'm just building a repair station here. Odd question, does this repair station actually repair the unit as well? The tank unit? We'll find out.
I want to say yes, it does, but let's find out.
Okay, so we've captured this one. Is there anything more you want me to drop in whilst we're here?
Let's send the TIE fighters kind of towards their base. Let's scout it out just so that we can see what's going on.
Yeah, which is over here. So what have they got going here? Whoops.
All right, so they have their alliance base. They have a whole bunch of anti-infantry turrets, and they have a T-1B, which is like their basic anti-air tank.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a lot of resistance for your TIE fighters.
Yeah.
To, you know, face down because they'll get worn down eventually. So what I think we should do is we should drop in new hero, or not really new hero. He's got revamped Lieutenant Talk. So he's the dude bottom row on the right.
Bottom row on the right here.
Yes. So this is the LAT hero, the only set of LATs that the Empire gets. So LAATs kind of function more of like a support helicopter kind of role to compare it to the real world, instead of that strafing back and forth kind of role, so they can hover. So you can send your LATs forward, and they should be able to use their missiles and guns to kind of deal with whatever resistance. Plus, you can load troops inside them and unload them as well. And because the map design that we have is relatively flat,
yeah,
it's easier to load troops inside of them than it was before.
Yeah, I did have some issues last time when I was using LATs, because I'm using them in the SSD Rampage, and I can. One thing I like about the movements here is that they feel very tight. They don't feel like they strafe hard when you go to attack someone.
Right.
I feel like they can turn tighter without feeling so floaty as such. So these yeah, we can take out those. Oh my god, maybe not.
So the big difference here is you took a lot of damage because you held your LATs still, and they just got dumbfire rocket launchers.
Right. Okay. So it's all about manually strafing them around yourself. I gotcha.
Well, not entirely. Think of it as like if you had units with you, like if you hot dropped the Royal Guards in there, the Royal Guards could deal with their rocket infantry. They might get a volley off, but you know, you can just kill those guys, and then your LATs are going to be safe to run free.
Do I need to land these guys to get repaired?
So air units are not repaired by the standard repair station.
Ah.
However, if you have like a landing pad structure, that is something that you can repair. I see. Interesting. And there's this medium build turret thing here that I want to have a look at as well, if we can. Yeah. There's one up there on the right, so we can move the army forward, capture that point, and then we can take a look at that, and I can explain some of the more epic changes that have occurred.
Right, let's have a look. We go up there and build on that. Can the scout troops build on? Yes, they can. Oh, yes. Cool. So what have we got here? Healing station. Sorry, yeah, you go. You tell me.
On the medium build paths, we separated the back to repair and sensor node from the standard ones because we thought it was kind of too powerful. You could just build infinite vision anywhere. So we wanted to separate those out. Another thing that we did was we added a new turret, is the flak cannon turret. And with the flak cannon turret, it is part of the AA rework. So how it works is it's the mid-tier AA. So it's more like it fires an exploding projectile. It does AoE damage.
Yeah.
Standard AA that you can build on the small one. Think of it as like it's just a series of repeating blasters that can fire continuous short-range streams of anti-air.
Mm-hmm.
And then the best AA you could get is the surface-to-air missiles that are, they track targets, really do really well against fighters and gunships.
I see. So stuff like this is really good against like the bombing runs, then.
Right, because they can explode near their target even if they miss.
Yeah, because I noticed the smaller anti-aircraft ground units don't necessarily stop even 1/3 of the bombing run. You tend to need to have more than one, so this hopefully might solve that. So I'm gonna start bringing what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sell it on here and sell it on here. You can start moving. It did indeed repair it, having a repair station on the tank.
So because we were facing a little bit of a stiffer anti-air presence, maybe we should bring down the TIE Striker, and we can use that to bomb their base.
Interesting. Okay.
So the TIE Striker got a new ability. Well, two actually. It got the same burst fire as the TIE Fighters did, but it also got the proton bomb ability. So
gotcha.
Proton bombs, they're a little bit too good in this version, but that's something that's going to be fixed on release.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, think of it as an incendiary bomb, so it's really good against unarmored buildings and groups of infantry. And it just it burns everybody in the immediate vicinity. Plus, the Striker has heavier weapons than the TIE Fighter, so you can go ahead, send it into the building, and we can see what those guys can do.
Okay, let's do it. So will I need to click? Oh no, I don't. It'll do it itself, yeah?
The abilities have auto fire scripts. So
gotcha.
you just see right there, they dropped a proton bomb, and you can now see, there's smoke coming from the building, and they also incinerated a couple infantry that were standing, unfortunately, close.
Yeah, that was my bad there. I was caught up with the Reaper. I don't want to bring him in too close. Let's get him in there. Let's get him in there. And all the others in there. I need that. Where is he? Oh, he's on his way. Okay.
Yeah. Those super heavy tanks, they're good, but they're slow.
Yeah, they are slow. Yeah, these Reapers definitely are doing a much better job than the TIE Fighters.
Right. That's just because they're equipped differently.
Yeah. Better suited for the job. I get it.
Maybe we'll do a couple extra ground battles just to show off some of the things that we didn't get to in this one.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, you saw the burst fire from this TIE Striker right there.
Completely wiped him. Very nice. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of in-depth stuff.
It feels pretty good. The combat system can be a little bit daunting on first try. So for newer players to AOTR, we understand that it can be a bit overwhelming. So we actually turned down the easiest difficulty now, so it won't be back-to-back attacks like it is on the other difficulties.
Yeah,
it'll be a lot more calmer pace.
Interesting.
So
where do you want me to move next? Oh no, I was going to say, where do you want me to move next?
So if we were to take a look at, say, Caritas, take a look, see what the ground forces they have on there.
Sorry, this planet here, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And then zoom in, let's see what structures they got.
Gotcha. Let me just quickly bring Vader in as a commanding ship. What they have here, just an light starfighter shipyard, it seems. And on the ground units, we have... Yeah, oh, sorry.
What we're going to do is we're actually going to move the Storm Commandos over to Carta. And we'll look at the next biggest overhaul that we had.
Gotcha. So let's bring these guys over.
Yep, you can just move the whole fleet over to Carta. Just directly.
Gotcha.
Since they're stealth units, it won't trigger a battle. So, Charlie, how much experience with raids and stealth units do you have?
Within Awaken Rebellion, nothing.
Perfect. So let's teach you.
Okay.
So with stealth units, you can conduct raids in AOTR basically meaning you can sneak like a commando force behind enemy lines, so you're able to hit the planet surface directly without causing a space battle.
Mm-hmm.
So you could either say, I want to kill the rebel camp and retreat, or you could attempt to take the entire planet from underneath.
I see. So even if these guys come in, they won't detect us, right?
Right.
Wow, they don't. They just fly right through.
It's a sneaky little system. And you can always tell that they're a stealth unit because they're going to have a stealth icon in the bottom left.
I see it. The little man running icon. So if I bring them to my fleet here... Oh, okay.
Yes.
It won't make them...
It won't make the fleet stealth.
No. They all have to be stealth if the fleet wants to be stealth.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Let's go ahead and move the Storm Commandos back over there.
Yeah.
And we can... you can hold down control and just move a whole stack.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm just a boomer. Don't worry about it. Okay, right. So... And then we can just drop straight down into the ground battle here right away, yeah?
Yep. Let's do it.
Amazing.
So, Storm Commandos, they're buildable on the Elite Barracks. There's 2 types of Storm Commandos now. So there's the Sniper Squads, and there's Demolitions Teams.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to say go ahead and pause here just real quick. Because raids, they require a bit more microing than normal.
Yeah.
So, we've landed on the planet. The first thing we want to do is kind of assess what's going on. Now, you have militia on your side. That's a key thing, is that you have militia on your side.
Mm-hmm.
So you can use them to kind of either tank for the Storm Commandos, you can use them to build turrets, but whatever you do, you can use them to keep the Storm Commandos safe.
Gotcha. So now, sorry.
Raids before, with the infiltrators, they always gave you 2 squads of units. So we reduced it to 1 squad, effectively cutting their numbers in half. However, we made the units individually better.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing it is really a numbers nerf, because they're individually stronger than they were before, like by a lot. And these guys do have personal shields. You'll see that they have the sniper icon. They got the thermal detonator grenades, so those do incendiary damage. They can, basically one-shot the tier 1 infantry that they have here. We have guys with flash grenades, so we can stun them, blind them so they're not firing back at us, and then throw a thermal detonator and vaporize them.
Mm-hmm.
And then as well as I believe we have a ion grenade guy in there, so if a tank comes in, you could have somebody that can stun the tank.
Yeah.
Which brings us to the next Storm Commando team, which if we could bring down one of the demolition squad.
Here he is. Dropping it in. Oh wait, we didn't just do that, right? The sensor array?
Yeah, the local militia you have took the sensor array.
Oh, over there, gotcha. I thought for a second that was the demolition guys. I was like, damn, that's some large range.
I wish that'd be kind of cool to do with the raids, but it'd make them way too good.
Yeah.
So with these guys, you'll see that they have tracking missile launchers. So most units with rocket launchers in the game, they don't track. They're just dumbfire. They fire at a fixed location. If the target moves, then the rocket is pretty much guaranteed to miss.
Gotcha.
But with these guys, the rockets actually track, and they have longer range.
So
it gives them So it gives them a pretty nice advantage. The Storm Commandos in this team, they are armed with proton charges. Think of it as like an anti-structure grenade.
Mm-hmm.
So, run up, slap a proton charge on a building, blow it up.
Mm-hmm.
And they also have concussion grenades. And concussion grenades, they lower the defense of a vehicle. So it essentially makes them more vulnerable.
Yeah.
And then the rockets can therefore do more damage.
So that's really good against, like, as you mentioned, super heavy armor types like AT-ATs. Gotcha.
Right. So then we can just bring down the rest of the Storm Commandos. We have a force, and then we can maybe move the militia around, capture some turrets, and then we can start to engage the enemy force.
Gotcha. So where could we capture? We want to capture the center, and then obviously use the build pads to our advantage here, right?
Right. Since we have a huge disadvantage with troops, because what you have selected right now is all you have.
Yeah. We've got no bombing runs or anything. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll move him down here. Oh,
so because this planet is controlled by the rebels, or what I should say is it's controlled by people that are not you.
Yeah.
The walls, because of how we have them set up, they're actually hostile to you. So the walls can be used as cover by the rebels, but they can't be used as cover by you. So just
gotcha. And then, what would you recommend me build for stuff like this? Like
for now, I would say your biggest threat is going to be vehicles.
Okay, vehicles.
So I'd say vehicles, and then if we can get an anti-air turret up as well.
Cool. And then we'll capture this middle area.
Yep.
Where is another one we can build? Where's another build pad?
If you look in the center, like the biggest island part, so to speak, in the middle of the map, just to the left.
Yes. Oh, we've got one here. Ooh.
Yes, we could put a flak turret on there.
Ooh. Okay, yeah. So they don't appear in the mini map, so I wasn't sure where they were. How many more humans do we have here? No more left. No. We can just move.
You have 4 squads, like kind of on the very right corner, right edge of the map.
Right edge of the map? Oh, you mean down here?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll bring these guys up now.
Well, no. I mean, there's 2 civilian structures. If you just scroll up a little bit more.
This one here. Yeah.
No, not quite. So midway through the map, and then just on the right. So, yep, right there.
Oh, sorry. Wow. I totally missed them. Big cringe from me there. We've got another one over here. Okay, so we'll bring them over there.
So you can sit there, you can take that point.
Did I not move these guys? Right, well, what I'll do is some of these guys... Oh, no, they're actually going to this one here. And these guys are just starting to move. I'll keep these guys on the control point. I won't have them moved. But what have they got here?
Their AI has been changed a bit so that they defend their base. They do all sorts of stuff like that. So that if you come close to the base, they'll come out, they'll engage you, but they know that their main priority is the defense of that structure.
Yeah, and it reminds me of like in Remake, they would start a fight like they'd come and I'd have to defend purely based on space station, and they just wouldn't fly to me, forcing me to auto-resolve and lose. I remember that. So what should we build here? Anti-infantry? Or...
I'd say anti-vehicle would be...
anti-vehicle.
And then you can get anti-air on the big one.
Gotcha. And then we'll get flak on here afterwards. Right, which is this one, I think. The 500?
Bottom middle. Yes, 500.
Gotcha.
That's flak for 500.
Cool.
And then you can move the storm commandos forward. Because really what you want to do is you want to get the storm commandos in a position where they can directly engage the structure. Because if you can get rid of the structure, then you can get rid of any additional spawns that would come from the structure. Yeah.
So we're going to have them focus on this. What is this? This is a...
Right.
A rebel camp. Okay,
cool. That's their rebel camp. And since they have the cloak ability, I don't remember if it's worked in this tester version or not, but you might be able to cloak the units, and get them kind of behind enemy lines.
Oh, I see.
To distract.
Gotcha. So have those people come up to the front, start attacking, maybe draw them down closer to the... like they're already working.
Yes. So I'm gonna let you take care of this real quick. I'm not gonna give you much in the way of strategy because I want to see.
Oh, blimey. Gotcha. Right. Well, I'm gonna bring him over here, and I'm gonna stealth them.
Just make sure to use your grenades, use the equipment as effectively as you can.
Okay. I know what this is. Oh, scout trooper. And we lost our anti-vehicle there. How long does the cloaking last? I need to bring them out of this.
I don't remember the exact time in seconds, but...
Oh, I'm going to give it a go. Right, well, they stopped attacking them. Oh, okay, that's a fair bit amount of time, to be fair.
Yeah, it's a decent amount of time you can sneak them past. The cool part with the Storm Commandos is because they have a lot of different grenades and they're very versatile. What you can do is you can cloak them, get them close to a target, and then uncloak them, and then they will just, unleash all of their weapons at once. And then, engage until you recloak them, and then you can cloak them again and disappear.
Gotcha. Right, whilst that happens, wow, they're doing a lot of damage to that. Jesus.
Oh, they got the weaponry for it, man.
What is this here? Firing position, increase the rate of fire, reduces damage taken, movement. Gotcha.
Yeah, so basically it's like, spread out and lay suppressive fire. That's basically how we view that ability. I just note you've got an infantry squad that's lighting them up at close range.
Yeah.
Right above.
Let's get these guys cloaked and out of the way. Wow, that is really effective. Now we can just bring them back, come back, rebuild on our medium and small here. And we've got some more humans to
you can use the local army trooper militia to your advantage.
Cool. So, right, let's get them over there. That cloaking ability is very strong.
Yeah. Now to prevent these guys from becoming too overpowered, they have a build limit on them. So you can get 4 units of snipers and 3 units of demolition. But the Storm Commando is not the Empire's only stealth unit. They have the Nogri, but only if you conquer Honegger, and they have the Dark Troopers, but that's only if you make the 60,000 credit investment into the Arctic.
Blimey, which is pretty expensive.
Right, but the question is it worth it? Because you can bolster your Storm Commando forces.
So when I'm firing, I'm seeing these little red down arrows appear on them. What does that mean?
Ooh, yes. So if we could catch one of those while it's paused, but basically what that is, it's a combat mod showing that whatever unit you're firing at. Oh, that actually is that's a medic symbol. So
gotcha.
The Rebel Tier 1 infantry, they have medics in them, so it's just healing the wounded as they're running away.
Gotcha. I remember it happening last time, so that was like a concussion grade, wasn't it, or something like that?
The frag grenade can basically what it'll do is it will essentially disorient and slowly slow down the infantry that it hit.
Yeah.
Thermal detonator has no effects; it just kind of burns you or it doesn't. I'm so tempted to say MG fire. Repeating blasters, they'll suppress enemy units, so they're having to take cover more, so they're not firing as often.
Mm-hmm.
So those are kind of the combat effects, the combat mods that are used by these units.
Can the humans actually do any damage as well, or are they just for frontline?
Yeah, you can. Well, what do you mean by any damage? Because they just have their.
Oh, they are. Okay, I thought they were just like. Right, let's cloak these guys back in again, so they stop firing.
They'll move. Well, since they were engaged before that they cloak. So usually when you engage them before they cloak, sometimes the AI can still figure out where they are.
Oh, I see. Okay. We
Also,
took out all of them there.
You still have them in cover, by the way.
Yes, I know. Oh, not that. Yeah, don't want them doing that.
So
would it be wise? Yeah,
Sorry?
would it be? I was going to say, would it be wise to just rush this guy here?
Yeah, because you have stun grenades so that you can deal with that the tank, stop it from firing, and then you have the concussion grenades to lower its defense, and then you have the, anti-vehicle turret, man, and that's a light armor tank. So you're not going to do much.
No, they're trying to retreat.
You won your first raid, Charlie. That was a thermal detonator. So if you actually look closely, it incinerated them and it just left skeletons. Well, we can't because the battle's over.
Oh, but is that actual skeleton models?
Yes, yes.
Oh, that's spooky, and it's not even Halloween. Blimey.
Same thing with the strikers proton bomb or artillery rounds or disruptors.
Alrighty. Well, what I'll do is I'll wrap this part up now because this 45 minutes is perfect for like a video like this. So
sweet.
What I'll do is, Mr. Pres, thank you very much for joining me. It's been really interesting checking out these new updates for Awakened Rebellion. Definitely adding a new dimension to ground units.
Thanks for having me, man.
No worries.
Hope you enjoyed.
Before you guys go, this mod is actually out now. Gonna say it in the intro of the video already, but just to clarify, this mod, as of this recording going live, the mod is out now for the update, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Well, guys, you heard that from Mr. Pres himself. If you want to try this out for yourself, you definitely can on the Steam Workshop.
Yep, it's called AOTR 2.8. Commence ground assault.
Brilliant. Or on Moddb if you don't have the Steam.
You can't download it on Moddb because the other versions, other than the Steam versions, they don't have the most recent patches from Petroglyph, which solved the save game issue.
Well, there you go. There you go, guys. That's that on Steam Workshop. All right, then. Thank you very much, my man.
Yeah,
guys,
thanks for having me. This was fun.
See you in the next video. Take care.
See you guys.